Okay guys, so in today's video we are going to be discussing what the best LMG is in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So yeah, I had a commenter ask, hey, what's the best LMG? I don't really know. So I decided I'm going to look into it and I'm going to make a video about that. So yeah, we have the Stoner 63, the RPD, the M60, and the MG82. So yeah, I've used all of them. I've used the Stoner 63 significantly more than the others though. And what we're going to do is we're just going to use the base weapons. We're going to compare the stats and we're going to compare them in matches, so like the actual performance of them, and see how they are and how like they work right off the bat, you know, no attachments, none of that. We're going to see which one's the best LMG. So yeah, first things first, we're going to compare all the stats for the guns. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay guys, so I went into creative class and then I put the same attachment on all of the LMGs. So right here we are seeing what the LMG's like actual stats and ratings are. So as you can tell, it only affects muzzle flash concealment, the attachment I put on, and it affects them all the same. So right here we have all the stats so we can compare them. So I put them side by side on this list right here. And so here is the comparison between them. Okay, so we have 4 LMGs, so I ranked them all out of a system of 4. Yellows means it ranked first, red means ranked second, blue means ranked third, green means ranked fourth. So yeah, right off the bat, the MG82 appears to have all the first rankings, but if you look, most of those are coming from the ammo category, so that doesn't really help you. But the RPD has the most in speed and accuracy, which is where a lot of it's going to be coming from. It also has 1 in damage, which is the effective damage range. It's tied with the M60. The M60 dominates the firepower area of the ratings. It comes out with 4 of the top ones. So yeah, it's tied with the RPD on effective damage range. So yeah, as you can tell, the Stoner 63, it is kind of mid. Most of them are 2s and 3s, so it averages, you know, somewhere around a 2.5. The RPD's up there. It has the most like wins out of like most of the categories. So I would say the RPD is going to be your most well-rounded. Okay, so we're going to hop into a bots match to compare the recoil and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay guys, so I hopped into a match. It's with bots though. We have the RPD, we have the Stoner 63, we have the M60, we have the MG82. So none of them have attachments on them, so we're just going to compare the base guns to try to figure out which one's the best. We have this pretty nice open lane right here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to test recoil and stuff. So full auto, you know, it wants to go up quite a bit. So let's just move it in a bit closer. You can fight it downwards, and so it doesn't move to the left or right that much. It's just more of a verticality thing. Where's he at? See, so we actually got some hits there. So, you know, it's not... See? It's kind of rough, though. I guarantee if you go full auto, it'd be really hard, because right there, I was kind of like shooting individual shots. So yeah. Okay, right there's a guy, so we can... Yeah. See, so full auto, that's kind of rough. But if you go with a burst style type thing to it, it works kind of well. So yeah, that's our Stoner 63. We're going to flip over to an RPD, and yeah. I just need to let them kill me, that way I can switch out the classes. So right here's our RPD. It has no attachments. We're going to be over on this side, and we're just going to... So automatically, when you go full auto with this, there's a whole lot less recoil. See, I'm not even touching the stick, really. You know, it's just kind of doing its thing. You know, enough to where we can hit it consistently. The recoil is a lot lower on the RPD than the Stoner 63 is. So yeah, that's a plus for the RPD. It's a lot easier to fight the recoil as well, so you can keep it a whole lot more stable, a lot easier than the Stoner 63 with the base weapon. Okay, so soon we're going to flip over to another LMG, so we're going to go with the M60. So, yeah, I'm just going to hold the grenade. That's probably going to be quicker. So we're going to be using the M60, and we're going to see how it compares to the RPD and the Stoner 63. So, yeah, we're going to run all the way over here. I want to run out with my pistol because the pistol's quicker to move with. Okay, so we're over here. I guess I need to go kind of right here. You know, about the same spot as before. Okay, now let's see. So there's quite a bit of recoil on here, as you can tell. But it takes 3 shots, so that's not bad. So it has, you know, quite a bit of damage, but the accuracy is kind of rough. See, because that's right on. The first one, none of those hits. You gotta fire and burst. We're moving up to the MG82, and we're gonna see how this compares to the other 3 LMGs that we just tested. So yeah. Okay, so right off the bat, it has a much higher rate of fire. Okay, so we're gonna get somewhere like on this dune, just kind of in the middle. We're just gonna see how much recoil we have. We have quite a bit of recoil, but the rate of fire is pretty cool. I think that's kind of why we're getting quite a bit of recoil. But you can fight it to some degree. So the one that has the least recoil out of all of those, like that I could tell, was most definitely the RPD. Now the MG82 has a much higher rate of fire than the others. And the M60, I think that was the one that we just tried right before this, has much higher damage. See, so right there I tried to hit him. We missed quite a few shots just to give you an idea of how the recoil is. So yeah, you know, it's kind of rough. So, you know, even if you just tap the trigger, it's still kind of rough. So yeah, this one's probably not your best bet for longer range engagements out of the LMGs. So yeah, I would say realistically you would probably want to run the RPD for longer range stuff if you could. Now I would say up close that this might be a really good LMG to use, you know, up close to mid range. So let's try to get up close and see what we can do. See, like that was easy. Now it is against bots, so you got to keep that in mind, but the recoil doesn't really affect you near as much up close, so that's a plus. Plus its rate of fire really helps you out, you know, helps you get more shots in. So yeah, you know, because some of the others, it only shoots like 3 or 4 in that amount of time, so you know, that's a bit of an advantage. We need to find, you know, some enemies, probably up this way if I had to guess. Yep. Okay, not bad. See, so the rate of fire on the RPD is much slower than the other one we just tried, so you got to keep that in mind. But it's a whole lot less recoil problems and all that, so it helps you out on different lengths, because the other one was more useful up close. But see, out here you can actually hit that far, and you can hit, you know, up close, so that's a bit of a plus. See, because you can get a kill basically all the way across the map fairly easily with the RPD, you know, and that'd been much harder with the MG82. So we will flip over to the Stoner 63, because I use this one quite a bit and I kind of like it, but granted I do use a lot of attachments on it. I really like the RPD as well, I just haven't used it as much as the Stoner 63. So, you know, the recoil automatically knocks you up quite a bit, so that's a bit of a downside to it. So you gotta like tap the trigger for longer range, and that it works, it's just a little harder. You know, there's a bit more you gotta do to get it to work better. See, because the recoil gets you. The RPD has very little recoil comparatively to the Stoner 63 and just the other LMGs in general. So that's a plus to the RPD. We'll grab the M60 real quick again and just show you that again. That way we can, you know, compare it a bit more up close and stuff if we can. So yeah, this one is just a little, it has a slower rate of fire and all of that, so you got to keep that in mind too. So probably not your best choice for up close, because it takes a while to pull it up, so the ADS is kind of slow. So I wouldn't use this up close, but it does have quite a bit of damage to it, so that's a bit of an advantage. But in terms of its mobility and speed, it's a whole lot worse than the other LMGs. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Hey guys, so we just got back from those bot matches where we compared it, and we found the RPD was probably your best choice for, you know, different engagement distances and stuff. And for the rate of fire, the MG82 definitely beats out all the others. So yeah, right here we're just having our multiplayer classes. So I just ran a Lawbreaker. In one class I have the Stoner 63, and the other I have the RPD. That's one class right there. And then in the other class I have the M60 and I have the MG82. So those have no attachments, and we're just going to hop in a few matches and see what we can do. So Right there off the bat, a kill right up close. It's a little slow, but we knew that getting into it, so. The rate of fire on this is slow, and the movement speed is very slow. See, the MG82 got a double kill right there. Simtex got us, but that's fine. We're switching our classes up to this one, because it is halfway through the round. You know, compare the two and see how it goes. Stoner 63 and the RPD, and try to see which one is the best LMG. Okay. Right there. Okay. See, we got to kill with the RPD easily as well. There's a kill right up close. Campy play styles. So, you know, kill right there, easy. This cranked hardpoint is a bit quicker than other modes. So, yeah. Just grab our RPD, just see how it goes. We got a kill with it, but, you know, nothing insane. So, I might just, you know, sit here. I've done this before. See, the recoil on the RPD is very, very little. That's what I'll say. The RPD is really good right off the bat because it has very little recoil when compared to, like, say, the Stoner 63 or the other LMGs we've tested out, which are all of them. So yeah, check out this window. See, easy, basically no recoil. Right. The game mode plays up to 150, I think. I mean 250. So 125 would be our half. Okay. So right there, we just got to kill with the RPD, kind of up close, you know. Right there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start to queue up our switch to the other LMGs, and we're just gonna see how that can go. Right there, we got a kill. Right up there in that window. Okay. Like I was saying, the recoil with the RPD is very little compared to the other LMGs we've been using. So, yeah, see, because this one has quite a bit of recoil, but the damage is good. It's good enough to where the recoil is okay, because it kind of has enough time to fix itself. Try it. We're going to see what it's capable of doing. So, yeah. We're just gonna watch this kind of area. So, you know, the recoil right off the bat jumps up, but its rate of fire is very, very high. So we're gonna try to use the the M60 and see how that works. So yeah. You know, try to get the same type shot. You know, can't really hit it. Because, you know, the RPD, we did hit one about that distance. You know, because, I mean, we did hit him, but we didn't get a kill. That one we got a kill with. So, you know, that's a plus, but it's not like a guaranteed thing at this point. So I'd say right off the bat, the RPD might be the best one to use if you're wanting for, you know, like, recoil purposes and stuff, because it's very accurate compared to the other LMGs automatically. So yeah, we'll carry out the rest of the half with this one though, with these two, and we'll see how it goes because of its high rate of fire. So you can just kind of go at it, you can just straight hip fire and it'd be fine because its rate of fire is insanely high. You know, that's the good thing. That's what I'll say about this MG82. Its rate of fire is quick enough to where you can play up close. So if you get like attachments that make it more speed based, you might be in business. So yeah. And like right here, this guy looks like he has attachments on his, but it's with an MG82 and he got some kills. So yeah. You know, it's just whatever you get going with it and whatever you feel comfortable with. But I'd say right off the bat, the best one to use is probably the RPD, you know, if we're not using attachments or anything. So I would consider using that if you're wanting to look at which one's probably the best LMG right off the bat. I would say probably the RPD. Okay guys, so that match showed us that the M60 has a lot of damage, but its recoil makes it kind of hard to place shots longer range. The MG82, its rate of fire is insanely high, but its recoil makes it hard to, hit longer ranges. And then the Stoner 63, it's a bit more well-rounded than the others. Like, the recoil is not amazing. It makes it kind of hard, but you can fight it, and it can get some kills, at a decent distance. But I think the easiest one off the bat and the best one off the bat is probably the RPD here. So yeah, the RPD I think is the best LMG right off the bat. Now with attachments, of course, you can go through and negate basically what I'm saying, because you can make it whatever build you want it to be. So like once you get all the attachments, like this Stoner 63 here, see the lowest thing, speed. So I could just go through and toss on like this thing. Where's another one? That. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go through with a lot of stuff and just mix it up and then make it where it can be a lot quicker or a lot better at whatever you're wanting it to do. So yeah, I would say right off the bat though, the RPD is most definitely the way to go from what I tried and what these matches showed me, because it has very little recoil right off the bat, right? And its damage is enough to get the job done. It can be used up close, it can be used far away. I like the RPD. The RPD is a good one right off the bat. So I would say the RPD is the best LMG right off the bat. And I would say that you could use any of the LMGs, but the best one to use if you haven't like gotten a lot of attachments and stuff for the others, I would say it was probably the RPD, because the Stoner 63 is good, but I kind of like the RPD because it's a whole lot more accurate and the recoil is a lot lower right off the bat without having to throw a lot of attachments on it. So I would say the RPD is the best LMG in the game. So I would use this one if you want to. And yeah, like I said, with attachments though, you can kind of negate this, because I prefer using the Stoner still, because I have like all the attachments for it, so I can make it whatever build I want. But if I had to start over, I would just use the RPD, since its recoil is so little right off the bat, and it has enough rate of fire and enough damage to where it can get kills fairly easily. So yeah, I would say the RPD is the best LMG in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you got something out of this, and yeah, let me know if you want to see an RPD class build, and I will see you in the next one.